1966, Muhammad Ali took on Cleveland Williams. 46 foreign countries and 125 locations in the U.S. were hooked up to closed circuit. When Ali fought, the world stopped.
Williams keeps chasing Ali, but is stopped in his tracks by a 1-2 combination. The challenger hits the canvas for the first knockdown. As the mandatory 8-count rule is in effect, referee Harry Kessler counts the required 8 seconds, but Williams is up with the count of 3. Williams returns to the fray, only to be met with an avalanche of leather. The challenger goes down again. Williams, who owns one of the most amazing KO records in the modern ring history, again rises from the canvas after only a few seconds against the benefit of a full 8 count. As the champion moves in again, Williams launches one of his lethal left hooks, but misses the agile Ali.
After the knockout of Williams, it was clear that Ali was in his prime. But the Louisville Draft Board had changed his draft status from 1Y to 1A. Muhammad responded that he had no quarrel with the Viet Cong. Americans were furious. March 22nd, 1967. Muhammad Ali uttered the words, "This may be your last chance to see me in living color." The heavyweight champion stated he would take the jail sentence over military service. Zora Folley was a 34-year-old soft-spoken contender. He would become Ali's 29th consecutive victim and the last man in the 60s to challenge for Ali's title.
Ali could end it any time he chooses. Ali boxing confidently, piling up the points. Looking for his strike. A sharp right, and Folley goes down. Ali backs off to a neutral corner. It's all over.
After Muhammad Ali knocked out Folley, he was stripped of his boxing license by every state commission in the United States. Because his conscientious objection to military service was turned down, the boxing world was deprived of watching one of the greatest heavyweight champions in history for 3.5 years.
After that fight with Zora Folley, most of the battles Muhammad Ali fought were in places like this, the courthouse here in Louisville, Kentucky. It started 43 months of inactivity, and every state revoked the champion's boxing license. And Angelo, I think you really have to consider, even though it's hypothetical, those might have been the best 43 months of the champion's career.
Well, I know about the best. He suffered because he wasn't fighting, but during all that time, he never had no animosity towards anyone, never got mad at anybody. In fact, he would call me up at time and say, "Hey, Ange, how about coming out and working out at the gym? Will you let me work out?" I said, "Stop that. This is your gym. Anytime you want to." And I loved him for that because he never said one adverse thing against anybody.
During that period of time, there were a lot of chances to get a fight for Muhammad Ali, and a lot of people with a lot of ideas, but nothing ever came of it.
I know they tried several spots, several towns, several states, several gimmicks, doing it indoors, out of a suburban area. It never worked. He would have loved to fought, naturally, because that's what he loved, was boxing.
You have to think that were that situation to happen today, it might have been a very different story. Muhammad Ali might have been a victim of the times.
Well, at the end of it, everybody gave him accolades for what he done, for believing what he done. I mean, because he was sincere, he was honest. I always said, heck, I hope I was as great a Catholic as he was a Muslim.
So the champion of the people was the prisoner of the people. For 3 years and 8 months, he came up a loser until he got to the Supreme Court, where he scored a unanimous decision.
Muhammad Ali was in a battle with the courts and millions of Americans who doubted his appeal for conscientious objector status. The champion had failed his draft test twice before, but skeptical officers kept after the evasive Ali. Muhammad received many death threats and a disturbing telegram from ex-champion Gene Tunney, which read, "You have disgraced your title, the American flag, and the principles for which it stands."
Now, draft is another thing that's against my religious beliefs. When a registrant refuses this first step, when his name is called, he is quietly removed from the room. He is counseled as to the seriousness of his refusal. He is given the penalties, the maximum legal penalties that this act could result in.
Whatever the punishment, whatever the persecution is for standing up for my religious beliefs, even if it means facing machine gun fire that day, I will face it before denouncing Elijah Muhammad and the religion of Islam. I'm ready to die.
If he again refuses, we ask him if he would give a statement that he refuses induction.
I said that I'm going to be a man. I'm going to fight it legally. If I lose it, I'm just going to jail. As many of you know, these days I'm not boxing. So I accept these college invitations to come out to meet many of you. I realize that in these country towns like this, you never get a chance to see the world champ. Can my title be taken without me being whooped? One more time. That's all I can do. Now, I would like to hear this from you. I would like to hear this from you. And I want the world and the cameras to hear it. Who's the heavyweight champion of the world? One more time, we don't want no excuses. They may say the film was bad or the camera was broke. One more time, who's the champion of the world?
On February 3rd, 1970, Ali announced his retirement, but then State Senator Leroy Johnson orchestrated a comeback fight with Jerry Quarry on October 26th in Atlanta. The King of the World scored a third-round knockout. Muhammad Ali was back. December 7th, 1970. Oscar Bonavena becomes the final tune-up in Ali's quest for a shot at Joe Frazier's title. The Argentinian decided to belittle Ali at the weigh-in. Oscar learned that no one could beat Ali at his own game.
Why you no go to the army?
I will tell you Monday night in the first clinch.
Chicken, you chicken.
Okay.
Beep, 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 chicken, beep.
Good deal. Keep talking.
Chicken.
Keep talking. Now I know you're going to get a whooping. Did you cut your hair?
Okay, go ahead.
Did you cut your hair?
Go ahead.
I'll cut your hair.
You push me now.
He never should have started talking. Not with Muhammad Ali.
Oh, money? Clay. You Clay?
I said Muhammad Ali.
Clay?
You will call it when the fight comes on.
Clay?
Wait till the fight comes on. Please tell everybody to get to your theaters. I've never had a man that I wanted to whoop so bad.
Ali in the red trunks has never been defeated in the ring. Bonavena, a rugged heavyweight, has been taking plenty of lefts and short right hands from Ali. But it's obvious Muhammad Ali's forced retirement has taken its toll. This is not the dancing master. This is a flat-footed Ali, lacking the speed, which was his hallmark. Bonavena, a tough professional. Muhammad Ali has had only one fight in the last 4 years, and that was against Jerry Quarry 8 weeks ago. Bonavena takes a short left hand by Ali and goes down. Muhammad Ali now tries to put it all together. Bonavena trying to win the song goes down again. The third knockdown, and the fight is automatically stopped.
At 2 minutes and 3 seconds of the 15th round, Muhammad Ali had scored a knockout of Oscar Bonavena. Joe Frazier called the fight the dullest he'd ever seen. The stage was now set for Ali's dramatic showdown with Smoking Joe Frazier. Madison Square Garden, March 8, 1971. Each fighter received $2.5 million in boxing's richest payoff at the time. Ali was a hero among black Americans, and Frazier was identified as the white man's champion. This bout was the first of what would become one of the greatest rivalries this sport has ever seen.
That's what you do a man like Joe Frazier. Back off of him. Just keep boxing style. There's nowhere in the world from a man that don't have no footwork to catch me. Even a welterweight. Keep your camera moving, because I'm kind of fast. Keep your camera moving. He will be easy to hit. He will not be as much trouble or as awkward as Oscar Bonavena. Joe Frazier.
I mean, this is the day, man. You understand?
I just whooped
You're not
Bonavena.
fighting Glory. You're not fighting Oscar Bonavena. You're not fighting Sonny Liston. You fighting Joe Frazier.
Joe Frazier. If Joe Frazier whoops me, I'm getting on my hands on my knees. I crawl across the ring, look up to you, say, you
I'll tell you what, I don't, you ain't gonna be on the floor. I'll tell you what I do.
I'm trying to get you on the spot if you think you're so
Okay.
And then I'm gonna crawl back. I'm gonna crawl back on both feet. Oh my God. And then I'm gonna tell and walk out the ring and say, you bet. Now, when I whoop you,
The thing about it, see, you ain't gonna be able to crawl.
Ali trying to tie Joe Frazier up in close. Joe wants to punch in there. Ali tells Frazier that didn't hurt. Ali talking to Joe Frazier. The fans cheering for their man, Muhammad Ali, as Joe pours it on. Ali seems disdainful in there. Both men ripping, tearing, bombing punches at each other. This is what the crowd came to see. Ali tells Joe, come on back. And come back he does. Joe Frazier lands the best punch of the fight. Ali almost goes down. Ali in desperate trouble. Ali holding on. Frazier trying to end it here in round 11. And Ali lasts the round out. Frazier shoves Muhammad Ali off of him. It's all Joe Frazier. Another torrid left hook by champion Joe Frazier. Ali can hardly stand. Muhammad Ali, rubbery leg, obviously in desperate trouble here in the 11th round, and there's the bell. Here in the 15th and last round, it's still very close. An explosive left to the jaw, and Muhammad Ali goes down. Ali is up at the count of 3. Arthur Mercani wipes off the glove, and Joe Frazier moves in to finish it. And there's the bell, ending this battle of champions.
Muhammad Ali had lost his first professional fight. Joe Frazier spent several days recuperating in a hospital. The right side of Ali's jaw was swollen to melon size. When they met in the center of the ring after the fight, Joe Frazier turned to Ali and said, "We're not going to do any crawling. You fought one hell of a fight." 2 years later, on March 31st, 1973, Ali took on Ken Norton. George Foreman had in the meantime taken Joe Frazier's title with a dramatic 2-round knockout. Muhammad Ali trained lightly for Norton, risking his chance for a shot at Foreman's crown.
This is the 12th and final round. Ken Norton in blue, all over Muhammad Ali. Norton applying the pressure, sharp, crisp punches. Ali in desperate trouble here in the 12th and final round.
Ali had suffered a major setback by losing a 12-round decision to Ken Norton. Muhammad's jaw may have been broken as early as the first round. After the fight, a doctor who examined the quarter-of-an-inch separation said the pain must have been unbelievable. Muhammad Ali's boxing career was put in serious jeopardy.